Amid a world of cutthroat business tactics and demanding management, it is a rare treasure to encounter the presence of a leader that demonstrates grace, authenticity, and generosity. Three qualities that characterize Lee County native Sandy Stilwell. As the CEO and owner of Stilwell Enterprises and Restaurant Group, Sandy is a well-known figure within the Southwest Florida community, with popular names throughout Fort Myers and Sanibel and Captiva Islands, including Summerlin Jake's Seafood and Steaks, Captiva Island Inn, and Key Lime Bistro. Her successes as a restaurateur and hotelier began with a love for people, a devotion that is reflected in all areas of her life.
In business, what inspires me the most are our guests that are there. I really enjoy interacting with customers that are there and my staff. And I love having somebody that's new and work them into management and see a bright shining star. It's fun. It's all about the people.
Even from a young age, Sandy was known as a hard worker with an entrepreneurial spirit. She was often found washing dishes at her uncle's restaurant or assisting customers at her parents' hotel by answering phones and even helping with maintenance needs.
It goes back when she was the brownie to go out and sell Christmas ribbons, Christmas paper, to raise money for their group. Sandy would always be the outstanding salesperson on it. She would go out and she'd go home from school and she'd go out and start running the streets, selling these up and down to all our neighbors and stuff. And it came out for Girl Scout cookies when she was a Girl Scout. She always outsell all the cookies. She would go out and find a way to push the cookies and get the cookies sold, but she was always like
Sandy's go-getting mindset extends beyond the business, further portrayed through her passion and dedication to philanthropy. In addition to maintaining an entrepreneurial whirlwind of 9 local businesses, she is also a steadfast supporter of many causes related to children and education, and serves on numerous boards and committees.
I think Sandy Stilwell is the ultimate philanthropist. I have watched what she's done with McGregor Baptist Church many years ago, raising millions and millions of dollars and doing it with a smile and just knowing that the money was going to come in. I worked with her at Salvation Army, and we have raised millions and millions of dollars to purchase the campus that Salvation Army operates from and got that paid off. And I have now working with her at Pace, and philanthropically, she helped us complete the capital campaign. We bought the building. She brought in donors that were able to purchase rooms and hallways. Those are the big picture things that she does, but then she volunteers as well. So when we have a Thanksgiving meal at Pace, she literally makes their turkey herself. She's in her kitchen at home cooking, and then she'll bring in homemade goods to the Pace girls. So, the philanthropic aspect of her life starts with working in her kitchen and delivering food to students that would not have a Thanksgiving otherwise, all the way up to helping pay off the Pace Center for Girls through her friends and her own personal philanthropic approach.
Sandy is no stranger to life's challenges. However, her tenacity and perseverance have enabled her to overcome many obstacles and thrive. When the devastating effects of Hurricane Charlie turned her world upside down in 2004, Sandy was able to transform a potentially business-ending incident into a stronger, more adaptable enterprise.
Hurricane Charlie absolutely was the most defining thing that has ever happened to me in my life. You have pictures of my little bed and breakfast inn that was pretty, and all of a sudden the pool looked like split pea soup, and I had my son diving in there and getting all the leaves, because that was going to be our bathing water and flushing toilet water for a while, and we didn't have electricity for over a month. And it was definitely a defining time in my life. I learned how to chainsaw, and it was a time that I really saw in my staff as they were allowed to enter back on the island, which ones really were my go-to people and which ones were not. So I learned a lot about a lot of things. I learned the bankers that were behind me and the bankers that were not. And my family, they've always been behind me by every step of the way.
Through it all, Sandy remains devoted to her family, which includes her 2 children and 4 grandchildren. She also loves to entertain and cook for family and friends. From something as simple as a backyard barbecue to an elegant Southwest Florida wine and food fest dinner, she is always ready to entertain and make her guests feel right at home. In business and in her personal life, Sandy serves as a role model that students can look up to. Whether it is her caring leadership over her staff, her passionate support of a local cause, or even a simple one-on-one conversation, Sandy's authenticity shines through.
We're meeting at Key Lime Bistro, and we were going into the restaurant, and she would stop and pick up trash on the way in. And I looked at her and I said, "Wow." And she goes, if I'm not the leader in how I want my team to care for the properties, what sort of a leader would I be?"
Business ethics is really important to me. It's really the most important, to always be honest and treat people with respect, the way that you'd want to be treated. And being good to the community is very important, giving back to your community. And especially, I grew up here, and it's been my community my whole life. And it's a natural thing, but it's good for business, but it's good for you to know that you're making an impact. And it's not just about making money, it's about changing lives. And that's why I've gotten so involved in the community with different non-for-profit organizations, because I can see that when I'm long gone, hopefully some of the changes we've made we'll keep on reliving and reliving. My advice to the students today would be to find your passion in life and go for it. Always be honest, no matter what. Always be honest, and look for the good in other people. If you could look for the good, it gets you through some very uncomfortable times. And work hard. Show up on time. Learn how to be self-sufficient and pay your own bills. Never depend on someone else to pay your bills. Learn how to pay them on your own.
Well, when I think of Sandy, what I think first of all is just genuine niceness, sincerity. We've often remarked, you hardly ever hear her say a bad thing about anybody. It's like incredible. It's like, Sandy, can you ever say bad thing about somebody? No, never. Sincere, nice, loyal, dedicated, perseverance, and but she's such a genuinely nice person that it's just you can't just fabricate that.
Besides all those traits David mentioned, I just am amazed by how involved she is with the community, with her businesses, with her friends. It takes a lot of energy. She's got it.
We've had just a wonderful friendship with her in the last 8-9 years or however long it's been, and it's our privilege that we got to know her. What a wonderful lady.
Sandy, I'm very, very proud of you, and I want to congratulate you on your efforts and everything you've done to deserve this award. And I can't think of anyone that deserves it more than you.
Junior Achievement of Southwest Florida is proud to name Sandy Stilwell to the Business Hall of Fame, Lee County.